Hello, this is Nicole Whitlock with eCom Sellers. This is our eCom Sellers podcast. And so we host this podcast. I'm messing this all the way up, guys. We host this podcast every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. On the ride with me on this podcast journey is my co-host, the amazing, the gorgeous, the awesome Miss
Kelly's eCom Mom Ward.
All right. And so if you guys don't know Kelly, you should check her out. You should follow her because I think she's awesome. She does some pretty cool stuff in the things that she sells. So we are here every Monday at 8:30. You should share this out with a friend. Let someone know about the eCom Sellers podcast. What we do is we like to share e-commerce news, tips, and more every Monday at 8:30 Central Standard Time. So with that, Kelly and I were actually talking about our hair. Let me just tell you, since recovering or not fully recovered yet from COVID, my hair is just doing this weird thing that I really don't know what to do with it. So I'm really seriously thinking about shaving it off again, like down to the, I don't know what, because part of it is super curly off in there and part of it is just straight and it's just doing its own thing. I've tried like 6 different products on it and I just don't even know what to do with it anymore. And what about you, Kelly? You and your hair challenges that you have?
Just got curls that just want to stick out, so I've been kind of pushing them back down, get back in place. And
yeah, this is one of those days. So it is hot. It is like going to be 88 degrees. Welcome to Texas. If you don't live in Texas, it's like, oh my God. So I'm in Texas. I am in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and Kelly is in the northern Houston area. And yeah, it's welcome to Texas. It's already like we're on the cusp of summer right here at 88 degrees. In any case, and I refuse to turn on my AC today. So in any case,
I gotta have my AC. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, I might break down here in a minute because I don't think I'm ready for this. I'm not ready. She's not ready. Well, so Kelly and I are going to be talking about news. I do want to ask one additional thing. So Kelly, you're at the end of Q1. How's it going?
Yeah, a little bit slower than I'd like. I think that some of it's because of the economy and everything. And I'm transitioning my business from what I was doing last year, and going mainly just with eBay and such and getting out of Amazon. So,
okay.
It's just, so it was that transition. So big difference in what I was making. And, Amazon, while I was making good money there, but there's just things that they're doing that I'm just like, no, I don't want to deal with that anymore.
She's like, ain't nobody got time for that. As people would say, Amazon will give you PTSD. It's okay. I understand. I'm still out there in the Amazon world. Go ahead.
I'm thinking I might still do books and media, but not do FBA. Just do it as merchant fulfilled. Still deciding on that because I sold a CD the other day. I can sell some CDs. So I will say music's very hard to get into. I was selling some CDs before they gated music. So I'm ungated in some music. So I can sell some CDs. And I sold one for $20. I paid $1 for it at the thrift store. So, you can still, everyone's like, CDs don't sell anymore because people still want their CDs. So
I get that. Well, I am not necessarily on the same journey as you, but I get that. So I'm definitely resetting in my business, starting to get some level of momentum back in the things that I was doing in my business prior to COVID, prior to everything else. And it's been a little interesting. This week I went to the pulmonologist and he said that he shows no improvement in my lung capacity. I was like, oh man, that's not good, because we were supposed to do a shop in April. And of course I'm always winded. I'm trying to figure out why am I winded all the time. And so we get to go back and deal with, they're going to do a sleep study. We're going to do an x-ray, but yeah, I'm not happy about that. I'm a little frustrated. I won't say I'm depressed, but I'm just frustrated about the fact that my lung capacity hasn't improved. So those of you that are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we're still planning on doing the retail arbitrage shop in April, but just know that I might be winded and I may have to just stop for a second and not talk. I'll walk and then be like, okay, yeah. So I may have to, just pause as I go. But I just cannot believe this. How many months later? What is this? Like 6 months later, 7 months later? Just crazy. Anyway, so I'm frustrated with that. But as far as my business is concerned, like I said, we're starting to get some traction. And my VAs have some new goals for Q2, not Q4, Q2, around the stats, around creating listings and product research and all that other stuff. So I'm looking forward to what's going to happen in Q2 in my business because of the fact that we made some decisions in March, going to move us a certain direction in April. So kicking it off. So those of you that do not realize, you have from today, Monday, you have 4 more days. Well, including Monday. Well, if you exclude Monday, because you're watching this at 8:30 at night. So you have 3 more days until the month of March is over. So you still have 3 days to finish strong, whatever your goal is, whatever your stats are. You still have 3 days. So don't give up.
You have 3 days if you have an eBay store subscription to use that store, that supply coupon if you haven't used it up yet.
There you go. So you still got 3 days. So let's go for it. Let's crush it, guys. Let's do this. The other thing is that you're on the cusp of starting Q4. So it's not Q4. I keep saying that. It's not Q4. It's April. April is the 4th month. Anyway, you're on the cusp of starting Q2. And so Q2 starts on April the 1st. April Fool's Day is Friday. And, there's going to be some sales that are out there to be had. So put together your game plan for April and let's crush it. So with that being said, I'm going to let Kelly go ahead and take it away with the news. And I'm going to go pull up my news screens and we'll share.
All right. Not much news. I didn't see anything for eBay. Etsy's launched a new seller event hub. They have a list of virtual workshops on like getting started on Etsy, learning about Etsy and learning about like their star seller program. And then they're going to have some live listing critiques. So you could just find it, Etsy Seller Event Hub, and you have to sign up for these workshops and such if you want to. But if you want, we have a training on Etsy, which I did. So you can always, if you're a member of the Academy, you can always take a look at that. Etsy's a up and coming. Lots of people sell on there. Lots of handmade stuff. And I'm not talking about handmade, saying you handmade it and you're drop shipping it from Alibaba. Don't do that. No, they're kicking people off for that. So has to be handmade or vintage. I do the vintage. That's what or craft supplies. That's what you can do. Also, Etsy's upgrading the seller's ads dashboard to make it easier for sellers that have a lot of listings to decide which products they want to advertise through the Etsy ad program. So they're making some improvements. The post office. The post office is looking to expand its online marketplace with its USPS Connect, which they hopefully go to, they want to go maybe possibly offer that for online place, eBay and Etsy and such. They advertise this Connect program to have give smaller businesses big business rates. So we'll have to see if it's less than what they're already offering, the discount you get already through eBay and Etsy and such. And you don't have to go into the office to sorry, someone rang the bell, so the dog's gonna bark.
That's what you get for a live show. You get sound effects.
Yeah, but anyway, where was I? Oh, the UPS Connect. You don't have to drop it off at the counter or through the pack. You can go to like the back area at the dock, but mostly it's supposed to be like local within the same zip code, which is not what you need with online marketplace. Check the door. Sorry, I had to tell my daughter to check the door. They also ordered 50K next generation delivery vehicles. So they're going to upgrade their vehicles. And 20% will be battery operated vehicles. So they're trying to cut gas prices too. And then GoDaddy. Everyone knows you can host like websites, and they also have the bookkeeping part of GoDaddy. They're adding a sales tax capability with a partnership with Avalara. It's called the Website and Marketing Commerce Plus plan, which is about $30 a month. And they can help you, calculate your sales tax you have to, pay for other places, because so many places have different rates and rules and such to make it easier for your business instead of trying to have to figure out the headache yourself. And that was about all the news I could find that I saw. Okay. Yeah, it was like very.
I mean, it is what it is. I don't think that's bad news. I think that's good news. Okay, well, let's go and share my screen. I did find some news, so let me pull up my first screens and be ready for that. So I was going to say, we know that it's allergy season. Everything is budding everywhere. And I am just so stuffy and puffy. So, it makes you not want to go to the stores because you don't need people freaking out because you're sneezing or you have a runny nose or whatever. My allergies are killing me. I'm like, oh, this is horrible. So anyway, it's all right, guys. All right. So the first article that I'm going to pull up is I love the little lists that get published. I think I have Google alerts for those. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to talk to Kelly about. So Kelly and I were talking just before this. And those of you that are using like Chrome extensions, if you feel like something weird is going on, I thought I came across an article that said that something was going on with Google or with Chrome extensions. And so that may be the issue if whatever tools you're using, she was talking about lists perfectly not working correctly. They was talking about some kind of hacking. So I have to go find that article. Of course, I can't find it right now, but there's evidently something was going on or something is going on with Google. And I was trying to figure out why everything, or my Chrome extensions, why everything was taking forever to do nothing. But in any case, so just that heads up, if you find it, feel free to share that in the comments section. Because at the time I couldn't find it. So in any case, the first thing is I am showing 30 new Trader Joe's products that, that people will love. And the one thing I love about Trader Joe's and Aldi's is that they always have these seasonal products that you only have available for a period of time. And once it's gone, it's gone. And so some of these things I know, like I've seen some of them I've sold in the past. I'm not talking about the frozen items, but the other items you can go to. This is in BuzzFeed. So you can do a search on Trader Joe's Spring 2022. So new for Spring 2022. I'm sorry. I'm terribly distracted by this Tasty Buzz video over here. But anyway, something about those Tasty videos just makes you nuts. It's like, oh, wow, look at that. So anyway, I'm distracted, guys. I'm sorry. In any case, retinol night clean cream. So, when Trader Joe's has these things that are limited time offer, as long as it's not a meltable, as long as it's not, if it's something that is shelf stable, you're not going to break it if you're going to ship it. I would encourage you to investigate these and see if there's something here, or just go to Trader Joe's in general. If you have a Trader Joe's available to you, some things that will actually, sell. So here's like the blueberry muffin mix. And with that, They're only going to be available for a period of time. And people are going to be looking for it after it's not available. So if you bought some, you bought a decent quantity of them, you can resell those bad boys. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So this is a really good article. The sauce, oh my gosh, like we put this on wings. So go to this article. They've got 30 products here for those of you that are looking for replenishables and you're looking for something that is quick and easy. A lot of the Trader Joe's stuff you can piggyback off of existing listings if you're already approved to be able to sell that and make some money. Anything you want to add to that, Kelly? No. Okay. All right. Next. This one, oh gosh, I am not going to be able to get to it, am I? Okay. So this
I'm sorry, I had to run away for a second. The dog was getting to the trash. Live TV, live podcast, you know.
There's nothing like that. There's nothing like it. So I launch all these windows before we get started. So of course the little insider comes up. But this is an article about Amazon pulling its retail stores. So they're pulling the plug on the retail stores except for Whole Foods. So this is on Business Insider. If you have a subscription to Business Insider, you can read the article. I actually had a chance to review it. Some of the other blogs will repurpose this content and then write their own version of the same thing. So you can just do a search on Amazon closing its retail stores. I think we mentioned that before in a previous blog. So then you can go through and read this yourself. So heads up on that. Then this article is in Yahoo Finance, and they are talking about 10 products to buy, 10 items that'll give you your bang for your buck. And again, I love it when there's a list article. Okay. When there's a list article, there's always something that you can get out of that list article. So again, this is on Yahoo Finance. You can come and read it. It's March the 25th. Go check it out. See if there's anything that maybe you're not selling that you could be selling, something you can be sourcing. Kelly and I talked about a bunch of products that you should, could be selling. So the next article underneath it says $21 store items that will give you your best bang for the buck. I would go read that one because that's what I'm going to read. Those that are struggling with finding consumables or replenishables and you're just struggling, go and if your Google Chrome extension alerts are working, you can set up alerts to be able to get these kind of list notifications. And then that way you can use them to potentially source for products. Okay. Leggings are definitely selling right now like crazy. They're selling like crazy. People are selling them on their own Shopify stores and just they're selling everywhere. So putting that out there. I think we're continuing that relaxation trend from all of us being at home anyway. And we're like, I'm not wearing business pants anymore. So I think that's the jam. And then this is an article from, I don't know why I'm getting the same lady's face, but anyway, this is an article from the Sun US and a former TJ Maxx employee telling you some secrets about getting deals on clearance. Again, your friend Nicole reads this stuff and I pay attention to it because of the fact that it will help me make some decisions. So when I go out and do retail arbitrage and online arbitrage, I'm going to vet this to see if this is real or legitimate or not. And if it is, then hello, I'm going to use that to my advantage. So these types of articles are helpful. Is there something you're going to say, Kelly?
I know lots of resellers that make a bunch of money on clearance items from TJ Maxx and Ross and Marshalls and
yeah,
Burlington Coat Factory and such.
So those who like to hunt, this is one of those articles that'll give you some more information so you can continue your hunt for those great products that are out there. So, all right. So the next article is, this one is actually on Hootsuite's blog. I thought this was pretty interesting because more and more people are selling products through TikTok. And so there's some 24 tips or stats that marketers need to know. A lot of it has to do with e-commerce. So I think this is worth reading. You can do a search on Hootsuite, go to TikTok stats, and then just review this article. Hopefully it'll help you make some data-driven decisions in your e-commerce business, especially if you plan on incorporating TikTok to market your products, your private label products, your white label products, or just any of your products in general. That's a great strategy, especially for those of you who have Shopify stores. Go check this out. If you're selling on some of the other platforms, you're just piggybacking off the listings. This may or may not be helpful for you. See, okay, alive. All these notifications. That was my notification to do my nebulizer. Okay, so I have all of these lovely notifications set up as well. Okay, crazy. And then this one, I don't know. I think this is an older article, but it is also related to TikTok. It talks about TikTok in China. I know a couple of years ago, this was like a huge deal in 2020. And so evidently China has bought a stake in TikTok. So interesting. The other piece of that is that TikTok will become the next major cross-border e-commerce platform for Chinese merchants. So one of the things that I know we talked about earlier this year is that a bunch of Chinese sellers were kicked off of Amazon. Okay. And for whatever reason, counterfeit, whatever, in any case, they may be selling you some products through TikTok. So, or they may be selling it on China's version of TikTok. So I thought that was interesting. But in any case, TikTok is definitely setting themselves up to be an e-commerce platform for selling products. So that's the one takeaway that I will say out of this article that I think is interesting. So if you are a person that is selling products or looking to sell products on TikTok, and I would consider, reading the article, reading both of the articles, get some helpful information about it, do some more research on TikTok. The next one is a Kenya-based, powered by people, gets $5 million in seed money for their e-commerce platform. So Kenya is establishing, or I don't know if it's a specific person, but they're establishing an e-commerce platform. And so I have really been exploring and looking at multiple e-commerce platforms outside of Amazon and eBay and Etsy and Shopify and Walmart and what's out there in Google Shopping, and really paying attention to what's coming down the pike. Because they are, the ones that we know of right now here in the US are big now, that doesn't mean that they're big everywhere. And so paying attention to that, and if you have the capacity or the ability to source in some of these countries, put up listings on some of these countries' platforms, and then sell in some of these countries and have it drop shipped to the person in that country, that is, again, another opportunity for you. So I'm out here just like kind of exploring what the options are and what I can potentially do in the future and what others can potentially do in the future. So this was on TechCrunch, and I thought this was an interesting article because I am researching this kind of stuff. And then last but not least, this is on CNBC. And so evidently Kohl's confirmed that it received multiple preliminary buyout offers. I know last week we talked about Kohl's saying they're no longer a department store, which was kind of weird, and you want to go read that article. But they're looking at buyout offers. So, whatever is happening with Kohl's, things are going to be changing in the future. So if you're sourcing from Kohl's, we have Kohl's Bucks and Kohl's Dollars and all that other stuff, and Kohl's Cards. So this is on CNBC. This was March the 21st. You might want to go check out this article. It might be something that's helpful for you if you have been sourcing from Kohl's, or, I will say this, whatever happens, if they liquidate that inventory is going to be out in the liquidation space. And I will tell you that liquidation space has got a lot of golden gems in it right now. A lot of golden gems. You have all the returns from Q4 that are in the liquidation space right now. And you have any of the stores that were closing down. And so whoever this buyout offers from, if they decide they're going to liquidate some of the stores, that's inventory that's going to go into the liquidation space. And that means you can buy pallets of inventory. And Kohl's has some pretty good, products. Wouldn't you agree, Kelly?
Oh yeah, but just be careful, because I know that Kohl's is one of those ones that's not reseller friendly. Don't be trying to use your reseller certificate with them, because they're not. No, they're not. But if they go out of business, or they're bought out and then liquidated and rebranded or whatever, I just want you to be aware of, if you're collecting bucks and all that other stuff, your stuff may no longer be good. So I would just pay attention if you're sourcing from Kohl's. Just pay attention. All right. So with that being said, and this is on CNBC, go check it out, read it for yourself. We're going to go ahead
and switch over to the tips. So let me get here. Thought I was on the right page. So. All right, so we're going to cover real quick 6 ways to plan for your Q2 success. Q2 is right around the corner. Starts Friday. So I will tag team with Kelly, but Kelly may punt back to me. So, so let's go with the first one, Kelly.
Establish your daily, weekly, monthly goals. So just figure out, maybe you want to do $1,000 more than you did last month. So figure out, okay, you got to break that down. That'd be like, 4 weeks is a month. That's $250 more a month. So how much more do you need to do to reach that? And figure out where in your business to work harder in to reach that goal.
Absolutely.
So, and then you could break that down there in the week. Maybe instead of listing 10 items a day, maybe you need to list 15 items a day. And maybe you need to go source, buy a little bit more when you're sourcing, and, and work on that. So
I agree 1,000%, Kelly. You got to know where, you got to establish a goal. So if you come to the daily planning sessions that we have, or the weekly or the monthly, I use the example of 100,000. Maybe your end game for the end of this year is 100K. So you got to divide that 100K by the remaining number of months, the remaining number of weeks, and the remaining number of days. You can Google the remaining number of days, but you got to divide that number so that you know what you're working towards every single day. And like Kelly said, if you're currently listing 10 items a day, maybe you need to increase it to 15. So 1,000% agree. You got to establish some goals to know where you want to go. So the next one is to review your 2021 Q2 stats, reports, data. You got to know your history. So what did you do last Q2? If you want to increase your results for this Q2, you got to know what you did last Q2. There's definitely going to be some impact in your business by default because of the inflation. Everything is going up. Shipping costs have gone up. Product price is going up. All of that. So it's going to have a direct impact on your business. And then the next thing, with that having a direct impact on your business, that's probably going to increase your numbers in some ways. You want to make sure you make adjustments to whatever you're selling right now. So you may have to increase the prices on some of your things, but you need to know what you did last month. You need to know what you sold. You need to know how much you made last Q2. And so that way you at least have a starting point if you haven't really established pretty good goals. So like Kelly said, I need to make an extra $1,000. I want to make $1,000 more than I made last year. Then, you got to know what you made last year.
Review your Q1 data and reports. And I'm going to give that to Nicole because I do not review any numbers. I'm being honest here. I don't care about numbers. Those numbers person. All I care about, am I making more than I was before? That's all. That's pretty much the numbers I look at. I don't care about how much traffic I have or any of that. I don't do that. That's not me. That would put me to sleep in 5 minutes. So,
but you did hear Kelly say that she does make sure that she's making more than she did before. So somewhere in her process, she does have a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of evaluation that she's doing. It's not a lot. It's not detailed. It's not intense. And yours doesn't have to be intense either. Yours can be just as light as Kelly's.
Yeah, people that have like spreadsheets for everything. And I'm like, no, I don't do spreadsheets. I don't know the first thing about how to put a spreadsheet together. Yeah.
It's okay. And that's right. That's okay. Fine. That's fine, Kelly. So I just want to say that you guys heard her say that she just wants to make sure she's making more than she did before. That's the one thing she does check, and it is very little analysis. So that's okay. It's good. She's still increasing her numbers. So what I would encourage you to do is at least know where you are right now. If your goal again is to get to 100K, you got to know how much have you already made so that you know break down what you made for Q1, and then let's go after how much do I need to make in Q2, how much do I need to make in Q3, how much do I need to make in Q4, or how many listings do I need to put up in Q2, Q3, Q4 to reach my end goal, whatever that happens to be. So yours can be as simple as number of listings you put up. It can go to number of sales. It can go to increasing your profit margins and what are your margins on each one of your products. You can decide how granular or how generic and wide you want to go on this analysis. All right. Next, you need to develop a plan or a strategy for each one of the months. So Q2 has 3 months in it: April, May, and June. And April is it's knocking on the doors, knocking on your back door there. And so you need to put together a plan for, what's going to be your e-commerce approach. Are you going to continue doing whatever you're doing right now? If you're doing retail arbitrage, if you're doing thrifting, if you're doing drop shipping, print on demand, are you going to continue that approach? Are you going to add something extra to it? Do you have the bandwidth in your daily schedule to actually add something extra to it? If you don't, then don't add anything extra to it. Just scale up what you're doing right now. Maybe increase it by the number of listings. That will definitely have a direct impact on your business. Maybe increase the products that you sell, the profit margin on the products that you currently sell. That will have a direct impact on your business. And there could be other incremental things that you need to do. Like maybe you need to get better at working on your listings and keyword research. That can improve your business, can make a slight incremental improvement in your business. Better pictures, better whatever. All of the little things that you do add up to bigger results. So, you're going to see some incremental improvements by making, putting together a plan or a strategy or approach to reach your goals for April, May, and June. So again, you don't have to be finite and granular. It could be generic and wide if it needs to be for you, but you should have at least a game plan. Like, okay, I'm going to list a little bit more in April. What does a little bit more mean? I'm going to put up 100 more listings. Okay, that is a little more specific. That's something we're going to target. Okay. Or I'm going to find, at least of the 100 new products, I'm going to make sure at least 20 of them have a higher profit margin so I can, increase my profits over time. So go after maybe some different products or expand the products that you're currently in, or maybe explore bundles, different things like that. Figure out what your strategy is going to be and your plan for each month, and then implement it. All right. Last but not least, Kelly, this one's yours.
Get focused, stay focused, and be consistent. So get focused, have a plan of attack. You're just going to wake up in the morning and be like, I'm going to work my business today, but, I'm just going to sit at this desk for 5 minutes and think about it. And then 25 minutes later, and you're still thinking about what you're going to do. So you need to have your plan of attack for every day, just maybe the night before, write down 3 things you want to do the next day, so you already have a plan going when you wake up. And then stay focused. Make sure you don't have family members trying to like, oh, you're not at your job working. You can come play at the park with me. So you have to know your boundaries and be consistent. Be consistent about being listing and such. I know this weekend I have not been consistent in my business because I had some things pop up. So sometimes it happens where you have to break and you have to reevaluate where you want to work instead of hanging out on the couch with the dog at night like you usually do. So you might have to change your plans up sometimes, but you need to keep that consistent activity in your business to keep it going.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. And then the last one is be patient and allow yourself some grace. I'm just going to say, like Kelly said, like something came up. Things are going to happen. Even the best laid plans, things are going to happen. The tire is going to have a flat. The kids are going to need stitches. Mm-hmm. Somebody's going to get sick. It's going to be okay. When those things come up, just allow yourself some grace and mercy. Be patient with your journey. Get back up on that horse and keep going. It's an interruption. It's a disruption. The emergency type of stuff, you can't control that. There's zero control. But other things that you can control those things. Control when you schedule, I don't know, doctor's appointments and stuff like that. If you're planning on working from 8 to 1 every single day, don't schedule your doctor's appointments during that window. But do the things that you can, take care of the things you can control. And the things that you can't control, just be patient, allow yourself some grace and mercy, and get back up on that horse. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. All right. So with that being said, I do want to encourage you guys to grab an e-commerce planner, because you can use the e-commerce planner to be as general as writing down 3 things that you want to get done tomorrow. And that is fine. If that's how you want to use the planner, that's fine. In the planner, it's going to give you some ideas, some tips, some strategies, some product ideas to help you with things that you might want to sell in the future, different products that are selling each month. Gives you information on keywords and hashtags. It's got a lot of stuff in there. And we also have the digital planner available now. So you can grab that digital planner. You can go to www.myecomplanner.com to grab it today and use it to, do some planning, include things that are happening in your life. So you have that reminder that your doctor's appointment is coming up, or that you've got to, I don't know, take your daughter or son to the orthodontist, whatever that happens to be. Take the car in for an oil change. So you can put whatever you want to or need to, just so you can continue to work towards staying on track, whatever your game plan is in your business. So go to www.myecomplanner.com, grab it, use it to help you to meet your Q2 goals and to stay on track for the month of April, May, and June. I do want to encourage you to sign up. If you're struggling with what products to sell, I know tonight I shared with you, some of the strategies I use, which are news articles where they tell you, these are the things you should buy at Trader Joe's right now. These are the things that you should buy at Walmart right now. So if they're saying these are things you should buy, trust me, somebody else is reading that article and they're going out and buying it. Or they've already done the research and they already know that these are the things that are selling. So if you're looking for something that's going to be a fast flip, those are fast flip lists. Okay, very fast flip lists. And you can go and look at it, see what you can sell from it or see what you can do with it, and use that to help you make some money. But if you're struggling with, just trying to figure out what's my niche going to be, how do I do keyword research, we're hosting a workshop. It is on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, the 29th and the 5th. So it's tomorrow. So go register right now. Get registered if you want some help with figuring out your niche. Maybe this is your year that you're going to go with private label and you're going to brand something. And that's fine. You need to go through the niche exercise. It is my niche exercise. I teach it in all of our mastery classes. And it does help you vet a product to determine whether or not it's a viable product to sell. So sign up today. You can go to Niche Research 1. So it's capital N, capital R, and the number 1 on the end, Niche Research 1 on Bitly. And go get registered. We would love to have you in that class. It's going to be a good one, and it's going to help some people come up with their products for Q2. Hello, there you go. And last but not least, I do want to encourage you to sign up for eCom Sellers Academy, because if you do, you can go to that workshop for free. You don't have to pay anything. So the workshop is absolutely free to you if you sign up for eCom Sellers Academy. If you sign up for the lifetime membership, you'll get a free planner that includes a free physical planner and a free digital planner. So if you sign up at ecomsellersacademy.com, you will get a free physical planner and a free digital planner if you sign up for the lifetime membership. And I'm giving you a 25% off just to go and sign up for the lifetime. It has to be the lifetime. It is not the monthly subscription. You can go with the monthly subscription if you want to, but the lifetime one will give you both of those products are absolutely free. All right. So with that being said, let me close this. So Kelly, we are moving to Melon. I don't even know what that's going to be like when we move to Melon. I have no idea. So we might look different next week if I figure out how to use the tool. So we're switching from StreamYard to Melon, and we'll see how I use this tool, because I don't know how to use the tool. So I'm going to play with it this week. We'll see. Might work, might not work. I don't know. But we signed up for Melon, and we're going to close out our StreamYard account and see what happens. I think it gives us more opportunities to stream more places. So I don't know. Your link might be different next week. We'll see. All right. Well, that being said, my name is Nicole Whitlock. This is the eCom Sellers Podcast. We do this every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Along for the ride is the awesome, the amazing, my co-host, my partner in crime,
Kelly, the eCom on board.
All right. And Kelly and I will be back next Monday. We hope that you'll join us on this journey. Share this out with a friend. And for that, we're going to say goodbye for now. Bye, y'all.